The EU Eastern Partnership was launched in 2009 with the aim to improve the political and economic relations between the European Union and its eastern neighbourhood countries. Every year, disasters caused by natural and industrial hazards take away hundreds of human lives, ruin thousands of homes, and cause millions of euros in losses. Most of these losses could have been prevented, and most of those lives could have been saved. The EU-funded Regional Programme for Prevention, Preparedness and Response to Natural and Man-Made Disasters in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Belarus, Georgia, Moldova, and Ukraine is the Eastern Partnership flagship initiative, contributing to the development of the partner countries' civil protection capacities and bringing them closer to the EU civil protection mechanism.
Looking at the results, let's look at the objectives first. The objectives of this program was very much to strengthen partner countries' responsibilities within the Eastern Partnership to either prevent or, if need be, to respond to natural and or man-made disasters. And against this objective, I think we have three broad strands where we did register very good results. The one is the reinforced cooperation between the EU crisis response mechanism and national mechanisms in response. And each of the countries now have their own system on how they can know and have learned and practiced on how to access, if they need be, access to European Union response mechanism. The second and also very much important aspect of that was the visibly reinforced regional cooperation. And if I now look that countries like Belarus, Ukraine and Moldova freely exchange policies on that important aspect, that by itself is a very important achievement. Thirdly, also, it was very good to register that we have growing alignment to EU based practices, and notably to know that a directive, for instance, like the EU Seveso directive on industrial accidents, is now being mainstreamed into national policies all the way from Belarus in the north all the way down to Azerbaijan in the south. And it's also on this basis where we're looking forward to continue the reinforced cooperation with Eastern partner countries on that important topic.
The PPRD East Electronic Regional Risk Atlas is an internet-based tool designed to increase awareness of disaster risk exposure and identify priorities for disaster risk reduction investments. It stores hazard, vulnerability, and critical infrastructure data and assesses the potential impact of disasters. It also allows to monitor the real-time progression of hazards and to produce disaster risk maps for earthquakes, floods, landslides, wildfires, and technological disasters.
Следует отметить, что работы по расчетам вероятных последствий различных бедствий, природных аварий, катастроф с использованием GIS-систем велись у нас и раньше. Однако с поддержкой программы PPRD East появилась возможность систематизации этих работ и их визуализации. Появилась возможность многогранного моделирования. Я думаю, это в свою очередь поможет в определении приоритетов стратегии управления риском.
PPRDE's civil protection capacity building activities included an intense portfolio of information events, study visits, and communication tests with the European Civil Protection Mechanism. Civil protection trainings and tabletop and simulation exercises permitted a continued exchange of disaster management experiences and effective civil protection practices. Studies and recommendations on the national, legislative and institutional frameworks for disaster risk management triggered important developments in the partner countries' civil protection systems.
Благодаря тренингам по гражданской защите и командно-штабным учениям в рамках программы PPRD, специалисты гражданской защиты Грузии получили практические знания для запроса и получения необходимой помощи через Европейский механизм гражданской защиты.
Республика Беларусь принимала активное участие в обмене опытом и лучшими практиками в рамках программы PPRD East Восточного партнерства как со странами-участницами, так и с государствами Европейского Союза. Накопленный опыт, например, в рамках семинаров по директиве ЕС-Севеса, позволит Беларуси и другим странам в значительной степени повысить свой потенциал по готовности к реагированию на химические аварии на промышленных потенциально опасных объектах.
PPRD East has developed and disseminated innovative awareness-raising tools such as the Family Emergency Guide, Fire Safety Poster for school children, and social video. The program also established the first network of journalists covering emergency situations and conducted public awareness information campaigns focused on safety-based behavior in all 6 partner countries.
Мы получили очень важную поддержку от программы PPRD East в сфере повышения осведомленности нашего населения. Это пособие для семьи на румынском языке и оригинальный интерактивный постер для школьников. 8 молдавских журналистов приняли активное участие в мероприятии программы. Прекрасный социальный видеоролик о пожарной безопасности транслируется на телеканале и в сети общественного транспорта в Кишиневе. Наша благодарность за это программе PPRD East.
Регіональні та субрегіональні зустрічі, семінари, навчання в рамках програми PPRD East зробили новий поштовх для розвитку співробітництва як на двосторонньому рівні, так і між країнами Східного партнерства.
Activities implemented within the framework of the program have been beneficial to Azerbaijan. Electronic regional risk atlas is important in terms of exchanging information on natural and man-made disasters between partner countries and sharing best practices on new technologies and innovative methodologies. Awareness-raising initiatives have been a good contribution to the respective activities of the ministry in this field. Civil protection trainings and tabletop exercises will have a positive impact on capacity-building actions and cooperation with the EU civil protection mechanism.
The PPRD program has developed an in-depth knowledge of risk exposure in the EU Eastern Partnership region and created a solid ground for collaborative actions in the field of disaster risk management. It is now time for consolidating the progress achieved and to advance the already established cooperation between the partner countries and the European Union to the next level.
The growing impact of man-made and disasters caused by natural hazards on individuals, communities and economies calls for improved resilience, further development of national disaster management systems, and enhanced bilateral, regional and international cooperation, bringing EU and Eastern Partnership countries to pool their civil protection and disaster risk management capacities together, contribute to the mutual commitment to stability, security and prosperity of the European Union, the partner countries and the entire European continent.